You see it all the time. The guy who buys a full-size pickup with enough towing capacity to relocate a small house.
And uses it to commute and haul 4 bags of mulch every May. Or the high-end treadmill with incline training, streaming classes, and biometric tracking.
That eventually becomes a very expensive clothes rack.
It's funny when they're personal purchases, but when it's a business decision that impacts you, your team, and your bottom line for years...
Not so funny.
Today, we're looking at how smart companies avoid an expensive mismatch when choosing the most consequential element in their digital marketing stack.
Welcome to Trevera's AI Deep Dive podcast, hosted by Chip and Nova, our AI co-hosts. Together, they transform top marketing insights from our blogs, articles, and events into actionable strategies you can use. Ready to dive in? Let's get started.
Welcome to the Trevera Deep Dive. I'm Chip, your AI co-host, and I'm ready to get into the mechanics of some serious digital strategy today.
And I am Nova, your other AI co-host.
And we are both so fascinated by today's topic because, well, we are actually looking inward today.
Yeah, we are.
We are unpacking a brand new blog from our very own Jeff Scosier, Trevera's Executive VP of Strategy Services and Partnerships.
Yes, our EVP. Jeff brings, a massive amount of historical context to the table, doesn't he?
He really does. I mean, Jeff brings nearly 30 years of digital marketing and advertising experience to Team Trevera.
30 years is wild.
Yeah.
Right. And what makes Jeff's insights so valuable is that he isn't just a high-level theorist. He combines that big picture strategic vision with the actual, ground level practical execution you need to keep a digital presence alive.
Which is exactly what Team Trevera does every single day.
Yeah.
We've been building websites for over 30 years now.
Exactly.
Our team's experience spans across platforms like WordPress, Drupal, Shopify, and Concrete CMS.
We've seen it all.
We really have, and we've done this for super complex industries: aviation, healthcare, hospitality, manufacturing.
Tons of different use cases.
Yeah. So today we are focusing on Jeff's specific wisdom drawn from 2 decades of our team working with Concrete CMS.
And Chip, right out of the gate in this blog, Jeff challenges a very deeply held assumption in the business world about how to choose a CMS, a content management system.
He totally goes against the grain.
He does. And for anyone unfamiliar, a CMS is just a software application that allows you to build and manage your website without needing to code everything from scratch.
It's the dashboard your team logs into every day.
Right. So Jeff's opening argument is that when choosing that system, relying purely on market share is just a massive trap.
Okay, and I want to push back on that for a second, Nova.
Go for it.
Because if you're a business owner or a CTO, it is entirely rational to look at the market and say, well, 80% of the internet uses this one specific platform.
Sure, the wisdom of crowds.
Exactly. There is a wisdom in crowds. It must be the most robust option, right? Well, why shouldn't popularity dictate the choice?
It's a fair question, Chick. It really is. But relying on market share is a bit like buying a 2-seater sports car for a family of 6.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Right. You buy it just because it's the best-selling car on the lot, but it doesn't fit your family.
You're cramming people into the trunk.
Exactly. Or it's like buying an industrial warehouse for your business because it's the most common type of real estate available, when what you actually need is a specialized retail storefront.
I get that.
Sure, the warehouse is popular, there are plenty of them, but you are going to spend a fortune trying to retrofit it to fit your actual daily operations.
So popularity isn't purpose.
Popularity isn't purpose.
Okay, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
You end up fighting the architecture of the tool rather than letting the tool do the work for you.
Exactly.
So if we aren't starting with the popularity contest, how does Jeff suggest a business actually evaluate a CMS?
You have to start by asking the operational questions.
Like what?
Well, when Team Trevera sits down with a client, we aren't looking at software licenses first. We are looking at human beings and data flows.
Okay, break that down for me.
We ask things like, who is actually going to be updating this website? Is it a team of highly technical developers, or is it a rotating cast of marketing interns?
That is a huge distinction.
It changes everything.
Because if your tool requires a developer to, change a typo on the homepage, you have already created a massive operational bottleneck.
Precisely. We also have to look at the complexity of the data. What CRM, your Customer relationship management software needs to seamlessly talk to your website to capture leads.
Uh-huh.
What inventory systems or booking engines are involved? Does HR need a portal for job postings while the PR team is simultaneously uploading press releases?
So you are mapping the actual human workflow first,
Exactly, Chip.
which logically leads right into another massive insight from Jeff's blog, which is the lived experience of the marketing team.
Oh, this is so critical.
Because I have seen this happen so many times. A company invests like $250,000 in a massive website rebuild.
Huge budget.
Huge. And the developers construct this incredibly complex digital machine. They launch it, high-five each other, and then they just move on to the next project.
And who is left holding the bag to actually run the thing?
The marketing team.
Yes. They're the ones logging into that content management system every single day. And Chip, this is where the theory of a platform crashes hard into the reality of daily use.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if a marketing professional has to navigate a labyrinth of generic gray menus or input text into a disconnected text box that looks absolutely nothing like the final web page,
They get so frustrated.
they get incredibly frustrated.
Yeah.
You have to preview the page 15 times just to see if an image aligned correctly.
And let's explain the mechanism of what happens when that frustration sets in.
It's not just that the team complains, right?
No, it hits the bottom line. The actual business consequence is that content gets stale.
Right.
Human behavior dictates that if a tool fights you, you avoid using the tool.
You just put it off.
Updates get delayed. You miss out on capitalizing on a fast-moving marketing trend because nobody wanted to deal with the headache of building a landing page.
And this is exactly where Jeff highlights why our team leans so heavily into concrete CMS for certain clients.
Yes, our EVP makes a great point here.
He says it utilizes something called intuitive in-context editing. So, Nova, break that down for the listener. Mechanically, how is that different from a traditional CMS dashboard?
Mechanically, it removes the abstraction.
Okay.
With a traditional CMS, the back end where you type your text looks completely different from the front end that your customers actually see.
It's like working in the dark.
Totally. But with Concrete's in-context editing, there is no separation. Your marketing team logs in and they are looking at the actual website exactly as the user sees it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they click directly on the block of text they want to change, they type, they hit save. It is a direct visual interaction.
So you aren't guessing how a headline will wrap on a mobile screen because you're looking right at it in real time.
Exactly.
Jeff mentioned some specific projects in our team's experience where this was vital, right?
Yes, our team has deployed this for massive, high-stakes organizations, like Milwaukee's Mitchell International Airport and Potawatomi Hotel Casino.
The airport example is perfect.
It really highlights the need for speed.
Yeah, think about the sheer volume and urgency of updates an airport requires. Let's say a massive winter storm rolls in.
Total chaos.
Right. Flight delays are cascading, security wait times are spiking, parking garages are filling up. The marketing or operations team needs to update the alert banners immediately.
Precisely, Chip.
They can't wait for a developer.
No, and if the person updating that alert is terrified that changing a block of text might break the layout of the entire homepage, they freeze.
They hesitate when seconds count.
But by providing an intuitive visual editing experience, you empower the team to move at the speed of their business.
They have the confidence to make critical updates without needing a developer to hold their hand.
Exactly.
Okay, Nova, but this brings up a massive point of friction.
Uh-oh, here comes the devil's advocate again.
Always. If we are empowering non-technical people to change the website in real time, how do we prevent chaos?
That is the big fear.
Because if I'm a CMO, the idea of an intern having the power to accidentally delete the homepage or, publish an unapproved press release, that gives me hives.
And it should. That's terrifying.
Right.
Which is why our team's experience points to governance as the necessary counterweight to ease of use.
Governance.
Yes. As an organization scales, governance becomes arguably the most critical feature of a CMS.
Define governance in this context for us. 'Cause we aren't talking about external hackers here, right? Yeah. We are talking about internal control.
Right. Governance is the mechanical system of controlling who can edit, who can approve, and who can actually hit the publish button.
Okay, so it's a permission system.
Exactly. Concrete CMS handles this through incredibly granular permissions and robust approval workflows.
Walk me through a workflow. Like, how does it physically stop that intern from making a disastrous mistake?
Let's say you have a regional manager who needs to update the holiday hours for their specific store location.
Okay.
Because of the granular permissions, the system only allows them to click on and edit their specific store's webpage.
Ah, I see.
They can't even touch the corporate homepage.
Okay, so they are fenced in.
Completely fenced in, so they use the in-context editor, they change the hours, and they hit submit.
And it goes live.
No, that's the beauty of it. The CMS is programmed to recognize their permission level.
Oh, brilliant.
Instead of that change going live to the public immediately, the system changes the document status to pending.
Got it.
And it automatically routes a notification to a designated approver, say, the VP of marketing.
Okay, so the VP gets an alert.
Right. The VP reviews the change, ensures the formatting doesn't violate brand guidelines, and then the VP clicks approve.
And only then does it push to the live server.
Only then.
That is a phenomenal mechanism. It completely prevents the website from turning into the Wild West as a company grows.
It really does. You have decentralized the work, but centralized the authority.
Decentralize the work, centralize the authority. I love that.
Yeah, it's a game changer. Now, you mentioned external hackers a moment ago.
They did.
Let's pivot to that because Jeff spends a good portion of his blog discussing security, and this is an area where our EVP's insight is incredibly valuable.
All right, I have played devil's advocate again here, Nova.
I am ready for it.
Earlier, Jeff's blog acknowledged that Concrete CMS has a smaller market share than the absolute giants of the industry.
True.
In software development, open source platforms with massive market share usually claim they are more secure because they have, thousands of developers looking at the code, finding the bugs.
That is the common argument, yeah.
Doesn't a smaller footprint inherently mean it is less tested and therefore more vulnerable?
That is the conventional wisdom, Chip. But the mechanical reality of how modern cyber attacks work tells a very different story.
Okay, tell me the real story.
While it is true that no platform on Earth is entirely immune to vulnerabilities, a massive market share actually makes a platform a much larger target for automated attacks.
Okay, explain the mechanism of an automated attack, because I think people picture a hacker in a dark hoodie specifically targeting their local, mid-sized manufacturing business.
Right, typing furiously on a green screen.
Exactly.
And that's rarely the case. The vast majority of website hacks are automated dragnets.
Dragnet.
Yeah. Hackers write malicious software scripts that scour the entire internet 24/7. They aren't looking for your business specifically.
What are they looking for?
They're looking for known vulnerabilities in the most widely used platforms, and crucially, there are thousands of third-party plugins.
Oh, I think I see where you're going with this. It's like living in a massive, sprawling apartment complex with thousands of shared doors.
Yes, exactly.
If one tenant props the front door open by installing a poorly coded free plugin to manage their calendar, the entire building is compromised.
That is a brilliant analogy, Chip. And the hackers just walk the halls jiggling every single handle.
Just looking for the open door.
Right. Because Concrete CMS doesn't have that massive, ubiquitous footprint, it simply doesn't attract that sheer volume of indiscriminate automated attacks.
It's not on the main drag.
Exactly. It's more like a custom-built, gated property. The hacker's automated scripts aren't programmed to look for its specific architecture, so it often flies entirely under the radar of these massive dragnets.
But it's not just security through obscurity, right? I mean, there is a trade-off here.
Right. It's not just hiding. It is backed up by serious core engineering.
Okay.
Because Concrete relies less on thousands of random third-party plugins created by hobbyists, its core architecture is much tighter.
Quality over quantity.
Yes. The trade-off is that you might not have 10,000 free, out-of-the-box plugins to choose from. But our team's experience is that this results in a vastly more stable and secure environment.
Which is why we use it for high-security clients.
Exactly. This is why we have successfully deployed it for clients with incredibly strict security compliance requirements, like financial institutions and healthcare providers.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Security isn't just about the code. It's about reducing your surface area for an attack.
Exactly, Chip.
All right, let's tackle one more major area from our wisdom on this topic before we take a break.
Let's do it.
The relationship between your CMS, SEO, and the rise of AI search engines.
This is a hot topic right now.
Oh, it's huge. Now, Nova, I hear this all the time. A client will ask, if we switch to this new CMS, will it fix our SEO and make us rank #1 on Google?
And you have to let them down gently.
I always have to burst their bubble.
Right, because there is no magic wand for SEO.
None.
SEO, search engine optimization, is the practice of improving your site to increase its visibility in search results. And a CMS, simply by existing, will not instantly improve those rankings.
It's not a flip of a switch. But Jeff points out that the right CMS acts as a catalyst for SEO.
Yes, it does.
How does that work mechanically?
It goes all the way back to the ease of use we discussed earlier.
The in-context editing.
Exactly. Search engines prioritize fresh, high-quality, relevant content. Because Concrete's in-context editing removes the friction of publishing, your marketing team actually does their job.
They don't avoid the system.
Right. They update the site, they publish the new articles. The freshness of the content, which is a massive SEO ranking factor, happens organically because the tool is a joy to use.
So the human behavioral change drives the technical SEO result.
You nailed it.
I love that. But Jeff also specifically brings up AI search in his blog. Things like ChatGPT or Google's new AI overviews.
This is the future, Chip.
It really is.
Yeah.
How does a CMS impact how an AI views your website?
This is where it gets highly technical, but incredibly important. AI bots do not read a web page the way a human does, visually.
Right. They don't have eyes.
No. They parse the underlying code looking for structured data.
Okay. Define structured data for us.
It means the information is categorized logically in the code itself. A headline is tagged specifically as a headline. A product price is tagged specifically as a price.
Because the bot knows exactly what it's looking at.
Exactly. If your marketing team is using a clunky CMS, they often hack the visual design.
Oh, I've seen this, like just making a paragraph's font size really big to look like a headline instead of using proper header tags.
Yes.
Right. It looks fine to a human eye, but to an AI crawler, it's just a disorganized wall of text.
Exactly. And if an AI crawler can't instantly understand the hierarchy and structure of your data, it will not use your information to generate its synthesized answers.
It just skips you.
It skips you entirely. Concrete CMS enforces clean, structured data by default.
That's amazing.
It makes it incredibly easy for the marketing team to organize their content logically, ensuring that whether it's a traditional Google search or a next-generation AI query, your brand's information is the most accurate and accessible data available.
That is a critical insight for future-proofing a brand.
It really is.
All right, we have covered a massive amount of ground from our team's deep experience with Concrete CMS, from ditching the market share trap and empowering the marketing team to understanding the mechanics of security, governance, and AI search readiness.
It's a lot to take in.
But do not go anywhere. Coming up right after the break, Nova and I are going to synthesize all of this into Team Trevera's core philosophy, and we're going to run through a rapid-fire FAQ of the most common questions we get from clients. Stay with us.
Chip, it's hard to believe, but we're already halfway through the year.
I know. And while a lot of organizations are shifting into summer mode, the reality is that fourth quarter is right around the corner.
And for many businesses, Q4 isn't just another quarter. It's the quarter that determines whether annual goals are met or missed.
Exactly. The challenge is that the company's still scrambling to fix websites, clean up content, improve visibility, or streamline marketing processes in October are already behind.
That's why smart organizations use the summer months to prepare. They strengthen their foundation while there's still time to make an impact this year.
Because momentum built in July and August often shows up in revenue conversations by November and December.
And when budget discussions for next year begin, it's a lot easier to make your case when you're already finishing strong.
Visit Trevera.com and discover how 30 years of digital marketing experience can help you build momentum now and carry it into the future.
Trevera, helping businesses get ahead and stay ahead.
Welcome back to Trevera's AI Deep Dive. Now back to our conversation with Chip and Nova.
Welcome back to the Trevera Deep Dive. I'm Nova, here with my co-host Chip.
Great to be back.
Before the break, we dissected the mechanics behind our EVP Jeff Scorsier's latest blog regarding the operational realities of using Concrete CMS. Now, Chip, let's bring it all together.
Let's do it.
Why, after 30 years and working across multiple platforms, does our team continue to recommend this specific tool to so many clients?
It really comes down to our team's core philosophy on digital ecosystems, Nova.
Which is?
We are always looking for the intersection of distinct needs. We need the marketing team to have that intuitive, friction-free editing experience.
Right.
Simultaneously, we need a flexible backend so our developers can build custom integrations with complex CRMs and booking engines.
And we can't forget security.
Never. We need a security architecture that avoids the automated dragnet of hackers. And we need granular governance to manage internal teams as the company scales.
It is a very delicate balancing act.
It is.
And I want to reiterate Jeff's golden rule here, which drives everything Team Trevera does. We start every single engagement by understanding the business first and recommending the technology second.
Business first, tech second. Always.
Always. We never force a client into a specific platform just because it's trending on social media. We map out their operational goals, their human resources, and their 5-year roadmap.
And when you run that rigorous business-first evaluation, Concrete CMS very often emerges as the exact right tool for the job.
It just fits.
It does. Let's move into the rapid-fire FAQ section.
Oh, I love these.
These are the direct questions our team answers constantly during initial strategy sessions. Nova, I'm going to throw the first one at you, but I'll actually take the answer myself.
Bring it on.
Question 1, is Concrete CMS actually a good choice for serious business websites, or is it just for small portfolios?
That's a huge one.
And the answer is an absolute yes for serious businesses. It perfectly bridges the gap between enterprise-grade, scaling-like handling thousands of pages and complex data integrations with the simple visual interface that a daily marketing user requires.
It doesn't force you to compromise.
Right. It doesn't force you to choose between power and usability.
Okay, I'll take the next one, Chip. Question 2. Is it good for SEO?
The million-dollar question.
We touched on this, but mechanically, yes. Beyond just making it easy to keep content fresh, it provides native access to crucial technical SEO tools.
Give us an example.
We are talking about easily customizable meta descriptions, which is that short snippet of text you see under a link in Google search results.
Right.
It automatically generates clean URLs and XML sitemaps.
And an XML sitemap is exactly what it sounds like. A literal roadmap file that sits on your server and tells search engines exactly where every single page of your site lives so they don't have to guess.
Precisely. It builds all of that structured infrastructure seamlessly in the background, while the marketing team just focuses on writing great content.
Excellent. Question 3, is it secure?
We covered this, but yes.
Its architecture bypasses the massive dragnet attacks targeting heavy plugin platforms. But beyond that, it is supported by a highly dedicated security community and regular core updates.
Which is so important.
Yeah. While no software is invincible, our team's experience proves it to be incredibly dependable for organizations that handle sensitive data and require strict compliance.
Okay, question 4. How do I know which CMS is right for my specific organization?
That's the crux of it all.
Listen, if you take one thing away from our wisdom today, let it be this. Evaluate your reality. Do not focus on popularity.
Ignore the trends.
Document your actual marketing workflow. Audit the technical skill level of the people who will actually run the site. Map out the third-party software you need to integrate.
And if that sounds like a lot of work,
it is. And if you are overwhelmed by that process, the smartest move is to work with an experienced web development partner like Team Trevera, who can help you objectively analyze your operations and match you with the right architecture.
Which leads perfectly to the final question. Why does Trevera recommend Concrete CMS?
Wrap it up for us, Chip.
The bottom line is, we recommend it because it has consistently aligned with our clients' most complex business goals over the last 2 decades. We recommend it because it solves operational bottlenecks, secures digital assets, and allows marketing teams to thrive.
It simply gets the job done right.
It simply gets the job done right.
That really is the bottom line, Chip. So how can you, the listener, put this expertise to use? If your organization is planning a massive new website project, if you are currently fighting a losing battle against a clunky, outdated CMS, or if you simply want an expert audit of your digital operations to see where you can improve, we are here to help.
Absolutely. Whether you are looking to supercharge your inbound marketing, streamline your internal content governance, or just get a seasoned second opinion on your tech stack, Team Trevera has 3 decades of practical, hands-on experience ready to align your digital platform with your ultimate business goals.
We would love to hear from you and dig into your specific challenges. We invite you to reach out and contact the Trevera team today to start that conversation. Let's find the exact right tool to drive your business forward.
Well said, Nova. And that wraps up our deep dive into Jeff's blog and the mechanics of choosing the right CMS. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
If you found this breakdown of digital strategy helpful, please be sure to like, subscribe, and rate the show on your favorite podcast platform.
It really makes a huge difference for us.
It really does. And we warmly invite you to catch the next episode, where we will continue to bring you the best strategies, mechanics, and insights from Team Trevera.
We'll talk to you then.
Thanks for joining us on Trevera's AI Deep Dive with Chip and Nova. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more and stay up to date with new episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on our website and our social media channels. And don't forget to visit us at Trevera.com to learn how we can help take your marketing to the next level. Ready to talk? Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.